Therapist, and I help you understand how subconscious programming influences your personality. Let's talk about the beta male. Betas learned very early on that conflict equals trouble. So they became loyal peacemakers. These are the ones who always want to keep the harmony among the friend groups. They never really seek the spotlight, although they will be, they can be very well known. They don't necessarily seek the spotlight. They are peacemakers, they are diplomats. They're very much the go with the flow type of guy. They are going to submit. You'll see a lot of these types of personalities with more strong personality counterparts if they are in a relationship.
Yeah, she dead on with that. This gonna be the guy that's he always on the scene, but he follows the scene leader, like the alpha male of the group or the clique or whatever. A lot of them are non-confrontational, easygoing. Don't step out of line too much, and that's actually how the beta male attracts a lot of women, but he can't keep them because eventually that woman starts to resent him from just overall being a weak man. And that's one of the biggest caveats to a beta male.
So Ed Sheeran is a good example of a beta. Also John Legend. I actually interviewed him years ago. Very, very sweet, very kind, very warm energy. And you can see who he's married to. She's a bit of a firecracker, very loud and boisterous personality. And usually you will see betas with these types of women. I've also heard the term golden retriever used on TikTok a lot, and you can definitely associate a beta with being a golden retriever. Now, if you watched my video on Delta male,
By the way, link in the description down below to get you some fly rich motion gear. Got a few things on there. I think you guys and ladies will like it. Go check it out. But the beta male overall is a good person, and I want to reiterate that and iterate that in this beginning of this video. I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to belittle or talk about him. That's gonna be your loyal friend, your homeboy that's fun to go kick it with. He not gonna stab you in the back. He gonna be just an overall good guy, but also he is weak in a lot of ways. He don't have a real backbone. He is the guy that will actually make an alpha stronger from his support. But him having support of his own self, he just really don't have it. He just not bred or meant to be that leader in the pack.
this may kind of sound similar to you. They may sound like they have a lot of similarities, but there's a couple of really big differences. One of those being that the Delta completely flies under the radar. Okay. They do not want to be seen. They don't, need any type of attention at all. They're definitely more detached. Whereas betas definitely seek validation. Okay. They are going to be the ones who, really need that emotional connection, really need that validation in their relationships. And this is why they tend to be more submissive, because usually submission comes with that validation. So,
And the thing is that she picked up on the emotional connection, and the beta male, he actually needs that from the alpha or whoever he's following, as well as the female to a certain extent. But the thing is that when he's dealing with females, he usually keeps his head down, don't rebuttal much, don't say, don't, if she's doing something disrespectful or she trying to run the family or run the household or do this, he usually will keep his head down, go to work, don't say anything, very non-confrontational, and just conforms to the woman. And it's some women that really like that and it attracts them to that. And then it's some women that initially will go to that type of man, but initially she'll fall out of love with him or start to resent him or just overall just don't like that weakness. But there are very long standing marriages if you find the right mix of, kind of bossy type wife and this type man. They just work, everything works fine, they end up growing old together, and it just works.
deltas are more steady without needing any type of emotional connection or validation. And betas are steady, but they're very emotionally engaged. So let me know what you think. Are you a beta? Do you know any betas? What do you think about them? Have you ever dated one? I would love to hear your thoughts on the beta male. And let me know what you think. Like, do you think they don't get the credit that they deserve? Because usually when we're talking about male personalities, the alpha gets all the shine. But I really think that, betas.
I really don't think they get the credit they deserve, mainly with women, because that's actually the modern day woman. That's actually the quintessential man that they are looking for and they want and they are searching for. It's just the thing is that in a lot of cases, women say they want something, and then once they get it, they realize it's really not what they want. Society and social media and this modern day dating told them that's what they want. So when they get that guy, then they'll start to complain. Then they'll start to play games with him to see if he gonna be masculine, to see if he gonna take the initiative, to see if he gonna do this. But all along, that's really what you asked for, and that was a weak man overall.
Alphas are out.
Alphas are out.
Betas all the way. We want a nice beta man.
Wait. Why did I high five? Wait, let's
No.
back.
Betas for the win. We don't want no alphas.
First of all, you need to explain to me your definition of alpha and beta, and you need to explain to me why betas are now in.
Alphas will be like, oh, like macho. And they're like, I find that guy that like will walk into a room, just that alpha guy is what I was attracted to before. I'm not saying you should.
See, she used the term what I was attracted to before, and she was attracted to this guy. Most alphas, most of the time, they're good looking, they in shape, they got their shit together, they got money, they got motion, they grooving, they shaking, they moving, they got it going on. But the thing is that women are attracted to those type of men sexually and physically, but in time they don't want to deal with him because that's the man you can't push over. You can't push over an alpha like you can a beta. That's why she's sitting on this podcast talking about, oh no, we don't want alphas out and betas are in, is because you like that control. You like to have control over a man. You want that weak man, you want that yes man, you want the simps or whatever. But at the same time, women always want what they can't have, and that's the alpha. So the alpha will be the one that she called when the beta make him mad or make her mad or whatever. The alpha gonna be the one to come through and slide and keep moving.
Go for a gamma. I'm saying a beta, which is like they're still confident and they're still like sure about themselves, but they don't need to be like the center of attention all the time.
Not gonna lie, yeah. Recently, I've been liking guys that have they're a little bit.
And see, that's the thing. That's not true. The beta don't feel well. He doesn't feel like he need to be the center of attention, but he needs that attention. He needs that validation. He needs that emotional comfort. He needs that confirmation from the men he hanging out with, as well as the women he trying to entertain or deal with. He needs that. So that part, what she just said, is just not true, and it don't make no sense.
Feminine.
A metrosexual guy, that kind of vibe.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking it,
Like he likes a mani-pedi.
Yeah.
No, because I think this is a thing. I was talking to somebody the other.
And see, the reason why she brought that up is a lot of beta males will go and do feminine type stuff. Go get their nails done, petties, and man, they do all that stuff to appease women. And that's something ultimately that attracts women to this type of man. But at the end of the day, neither here nor there. This was just a quick video to kind of give y'all some game on my thought process and how women actually think about beta males and what they are thinking. But like, subscribe, let me know what you all think down below. Have a blessed day.